I got a little something unique. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I feel about it.
What does that mean?
I'm not a fan of this brand.
Oh,
Stop traveling.
I don't travel for work anymore.
You don't travel for work.
Right, sure.
You know, we used to get spoiled with all kinds of good stuff from the duty free. You know, had to go and retire. Just get your ass back to work.
No.
Another Wednesday.
We're back.
We're back. You know, I got a couple videos ago, you gave me that little triple blind.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was a triple finish.
Yep.
You bastard. Had that recently, and I got the port out of it this time.
Okay.
I wasn't getting the port in the moment.
In comparison,
like everything was blending itself together. So I just wanted to let it be known that
every day's different.
Every day's different. I got the port next time around. So, Derek, welcome to the cave. How you doing?
I'm good. It's been travel agent week.
Travel agent week?
Yeah, I've been playing travel agent this week.
So I'm Tom. That's Derek. And this is a whiskey cave. We're just sharing good whiskey, chilling out, relaxing in some nice chairs.
What we got today?
I got a little something unique. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I feel about it.
What does that mean?
I'm not a fan of this brand.
Oh, but you bought it.
I did. I buy a lot of things. I don't. You know, I don't always have a justification or a reason why.
Okay.
And sometimes, I mean, good or bad. Like sometimes, even though I despise a brand or I've had something similar and I didn't like it, but I'm like, nah, let me try this variation.
Sure. Keep an open mind.
Sometimes it's a win.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a not. But I never really been. I'm gonna be honest. Never been a fan of Jefferson. But this one here is finished in a high-end Cabernet wine.
So that's a check mark in the right direction.
Yeah,
the right column.
And then I got the common core product right here.
Yeah.
I figured we'd give that a little sample and confirm my displeasure.
Okay.
In said bourbon.
You want to start or finish with that?
I think we should start with it.
Yeah, as I was thinking too.
I think if this is rich and desserty,
mm-hmm.
then that'll really mask us going to this. So I didn't know Jefferson's wasn't that old of a distillery. They're one of the original kind of blending types. They sourced from Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah, and then did a lot of mixing and blending, and they did come up with this is probably what they're well known for, is the ocean, aged at sea.
Yep.
Supposed to be a little salty, a little briny, maybe a little bit more for us Scotch fans, but to be honest, I wasn't a fan of that one either. So, but
you're really selling it here.
I am. Look, but I'm gonna try to be optimistic. Okay, I mean, listen, let's I haven't had this one yet.
All right.
So, but yeah, I figured we'd get a little sample of this here, and I mean, I know I did a blind with Jefferson's, Elijah Craig. I think it was Buffalo Trace. That was way too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
way too much. Totally unnecessary. It's all right. It's a drain pour in my world anyway. Jefferson's, Elijah Craig. It was Buffalo Trace and Woodford.
Mm-hmm.
And the other three were good. This thing didn't stack up, or the regular Jeffersons didn't stack up at all to the other three. I mean, they were, in my opinion, they were
significant differences.
Miles apart.
I mean, light corn, maybe a little wheat.
Yeah, it's a light corn nose. It's not super aggressive. It's a little bit more. It is a little traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Very thin.
It's thin. It's a little sweet, but it's not like unpleasant.
Yeah, you go have almost anything else in a traditional bourbon, and you won't be happy with this. Got a little mint on it, and in a place that I'm not expecting mint.
Yeah, I guess I get a little of that.
So it's thin. Definitely got the corn. I am getting the mint, which is obviously more of a indicator of some rye in there,
mm-hmm.
which I'm sure there is. Just not complex.
No, but it's not. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So this is Jefferson's Reserve Pritchard Hill Cabernet Cask finish. I never heard of Pritchard Hill, and I'm not a big wino. Obviously, I'm a whiskey guy,
But I wouldn't. I think the most wine connoisseurs would classify themselves as winos. Winos don't drink Pritchard Hill either.
well, I don't know. It's this prestigious hill in Napa Valley that
Yeah, I get
some
it.
real expensive wine comes from. So yeah, they said it's a big deal, so I'm calling it a big deal.
It sounded like it.
It's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, finished in Pritchard Hill Cabernet Sauvignon cask from the famous. Oh, this is from the Chappellet Winery. So the Chappellet Winery, I looked this up. I was just curious to if the state of New Hampshire had any Pritchard Hill wine.
Yep.
And they do. They had one bottle, and it was from the Chappellet Winery. $310.
That's a very expensive bottle of wine.
That's an insanely expensive bottle of wine. What's that equivalent to like in whiskeys? That like
$1,000
$1,000 bottle of whiskey, right?
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah. So all right, so now I'm getting interested. All right, I'm perked up. The bottle says nothing else. We're 90.2 proof. So yeah, now I'm excited. So I think I don't know how long the bourbon is, but I thought I read somewhere, and now I'm guessing myself here, that they age it 12 months
In the wine
in
barrels.
the wine.
Yeah.
Which could be pretty prominent.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 months.
Well,
in
and
wine.
it's got a pretty light base, so it could take on a lot of wine characteristics.
Well, that's a great point, because what we just had was very light and very thin. We just commented on that. So, and this is a deep, heavy red wine. So this could really take over the bourbon. As a matter of fact, I expect it to.
Definitely you can smell the difference.
Oh, totally. This is a great nose.
It loses a lot of the corn kind of tendencies.
Corn's gone. This is now in like dark berries.
Yeah,
raspberries,
more
blueberries,
like a sherry finish on a scotch.
A rich fig. Ooh,
So I get like a plum,
totally.
and it's got a really nice flavor, but it's still pretty thin.
It is still pretty thin. It is still pretty thin. My initial reaction is thumbs up so far. I do have a potential concern because not necessarily here with this bottle, but from other things I've experienced finishing wine. Does the tannins, if you will, kind of pile up on the finish?
Yeah, over every sips.
Over sips, yes. So jury's out on that, but I'm kind of anticipating that a little bit. But this is not. I mean, obviously, this is a finished bourbon product, so this is not for the traditional bourbon drinker. This is dramatically different than that.
It's good. I like the second sip a little better than the first sip.
That's encouraging. I like to hear that.
This is going to sound odd or wrong, but the wine masks most of the bourbon flavor.
It totally does. It totally does.
And for me, that's a win.
And yeah, and what was it? I don't know, a few videos ago, I mentioned that we were asking the audience for suggestions, and I said, "You like your bourbon finished in something?"
Yeah,
yeah. This is definitely in your lane.
Yeah.
If I didn't know it was finished in wine, I probably would. I wouldn't necessarily said, "Oh, it's a Napa Cab or a sherry or something along those lines." But it definitely takes over the bourbon without question. And because I don't really like its base bourbon, then that's an initial win for me. Jury's out. We'll give it a few more sips and kind of go from there.
Is this readily available or hard to find?
It's a brand I don't seek out, so I really couldn't tell you. And I've had this for a little while. Because again, sometimes I just buy stuff and put it on a shelf and wait for an occasion.
This is interesting, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's not an expensive bottle. It was only like $60 some odd.
All
So
right.
that's a yeah.
Yeah.
So that's good. But before we get into that, I want to tease. We have a unique this or that.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're both doing this.
They're blind for both of us.
So that's different.
We know what they are.
Yes.
We don't know which one's which.
So 2 whiskeys,
Yeah, 2 scotches.
2 scotches. We don't know what's in which glass.
Yep.
So we're going to determine whether we like this or that.
Yes.
And we both get to play.
Correct.
Well, I'm still going to win.
You can't lose.
That's true. We're drinking whiskey. There's no losers.
There's no losing.
So that'll be fun. That'll be cool.
I mean, we could say we're going to try to figure out which one's which, and then there is a potential chance of loss.
That is yes. No, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Yes. So we'll open it up. We'll actually expose the bottles.
Yeah,
to the audience. We won't know what's in each glass.
We don't know which is in the glass, but we know the 2 things we're drinking.
Right, and then we'll try and figure out if glass A is bottle A and vice versa.
And then I know what I have the reveal here in my pocket.
Yes, because we had an assistant in this project. Yes. So that'll be interesting.
I'm looking forward to this.
And you always are.
Well, I set this one up, so I'm particularly looking forward to this one.
Yes. And it's a brand that you are very, very fond of.
Yes.
As any of our loyal audience knows.
Yes.
Yes, there's a brand you are very, very fond of. So we'll get into that. I'm going to take one more sip of this desserty.
It is a little desserty, yeah. Although I think when we classify, if we had something another whiskey we classified as desserty and we compared to this,
not that
the
desserty.
Richness would be way heavier elsewhere.
That's correct. This is it peaks on a palate on a dessert factor, if you will, and then it kind of thins out on the finish, and it doesn't linger like a heavy port scotch or something like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we'll come back to that. Let's go get into this or that.
Let's do it,
and then we'll come back to this and we'll give it our whiskey cave take. Let's go have some fun.
Let's do it.
You know, I'm not surprised we're doing 2 Balvenies, right?
Well, you know what we're doing.
I do. But even when you bought them and told me your scheme, I was like, "Yep, Balvenies. We do love the Balvenie."
Well, so there's a reason behind this particular.
Yeah, talk to me about it.
All right, so 12-ish years ago, 15 years ago, 10, I don't know how long, but like we started getting into Scotch. This was a favorite for us.
So this is the Balvenie 14-year Caribbean Cask. I have constantly recommended that bottle to somebody who's unsure if they like Scotch.
Correct.
That's the bottle they need to try.
But 5 or 6 years ago, something changed, and we kind of I don't really like it as much. I stopped recommending it, bought it as often, and then I didn't know this existed. But Jacob was in Heathrow, and he was sending me pictures of things from the duty free,
and you went ooh,
and I'd never seen that before.
You went ooh,
yeah. That's new. Let's give me one of those and bring it home.
Yeah.
So both of these are rum finishes. The previous master distiller who just retired, he actually spec'd out the rum, had it made, had it barreled.
Yeah, they're 2 different distillers.
Sold it as rum and then put Scotch in it. And then the new distiller actually takes raw barrels, puts different rums in them to season the barrel, and then makes this version.
So slight variation.
Both rum finishes, but different rums, different finish styles. One's a 14, one's a 12.
So I want to back up a second. We both admitted that we used to love this.
Yep.
And we both just announced that we kind of shit on it now.
Yes.
Right? Every time I've done this in a blind, it is not done well.
It's not done well.
Do you think that's because our taste buds have evolved and matured? Or do you think that was a change in production?
So I think it went from being kind of a special release to something that got really popular. And then when they tried to scale it up, they lost something in the formula.
They weren't using the same rum barrels.
Yeah, or something. They couldn't get that thing, or they were rushing the process.
Yeah.
Not really certain.
And that's a good point, Derek, is, when they say finished in a rum barrel.
We don't know.
Well, there's nothing that says they can't change where they're getting the sherry or the rum barrels, right?
They could make a huge difference.
They could have gone from good rum to crap rum.
Yeah.
And maybe that makes a difference. So So I don't know. I've often wondered: is it was it something in the production, or was it just my taste buds just evolved?
And the Golden Cask has only been out for a couple of years. And one of my thoughts is maybe they're trying to change the formula because like they've been offering the Caribbean Cask in little like 375s at the liquor store lately.
They have.
That's totally like this
That was
isn't selling. We need to promote.
We need to move it. Yes, I did notice that. So this is aged 12 years, and then finished in 6 months in that seasoned rum cask. This doesn't state anything in that process at all. So we don't know if this was aged or finished 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months.
Yeah.
In a rum. The only thing we do know is it started out as 14-year-old whiskey, not 12-year-old whiskey. So
yeah.
So
and I think this is like the double wood. So it's some bourbon finish and some sherry finish.
That would make sense.
Well, sherry barreled and rum barreled and then finished in this. I think this is just bourbon barrel and then finished.
So we got two blinds here.
Yep. We don't know which is which.
We don't know which is which. So we're going to try and determine, first and foremost, it's always this or that. Which one do we like?
Which do we like better? And then
this or that.
Can we figure?
Can we
figure out which one's this? Because this is the one we know.
Correct. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Just for consistency.
You got a prediction? You want to roll with a prediction?
Oh,
we've had this many.
Yeah. So I think
it's been a minute, but
I would say we're gonna like this one better, the Golden Cask, because it's new. It's unique. But who knows?
Who knows? Well, I think we want to like this one better.
Well, I mean, maybe. I guess. I mean, I kind of like to say that this. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe we got a good barrel.
All right. Well, I'm going with the 5 ring.
All right. Let's start with we'll start with the same one. It's like dark and molassesy.
Molassesy, yeah. I don't know if I would have pegged this for Balvenie off the nose off the bat. I'm not getting my comfort zone of the double wood, I'll tell you that.
No, it's even got a little black licorice into it.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Which of?
Yeah, not that far removed.
Subtler.
Little subtler, yes.
Similar, but a little subtler.
Mooted. Is that going to lead you to believe this is the younger one?
No, I said that would
might be the opposite view.
The older one, yeah.
This is definitely a more prominent, vibrant.
Yeah, I'm gonna taste the 3 ring or the multi-ring one first.
Okay, so you're gonna go with the lighter nose first.
No, the heavier nose. First one we opened.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I think we're
ours are switched in location.
Okay, that's fair. So you're gonna go with the heavier one instead of the lighter one
in smell.
Yes. All right. I'll follow your lead. I do like this nose though. It's not a dark berry. It's like a light berry. Like a chill Kool-Aid.
Mm. It's got a lot of dark rum vibe, a little black licorice. It's sweet, but
I'm with you on the dark rub. I gotta say, initially, the palate was, ooh, I like this, and I'm not so sure how we're finishing off. I already have my this or that.
It's more sour.
Oh, I guess I wasn't going there. I thought it was more complete. Palate to finish.
Sure.
Lighter nose, but palate to finish was more prominent. Or complete, balanced.
Yes.
I am getting that kind of that berry though, and it's not a dark berry. It's Again, it's kind of like chill Kool-Aid.
All right, so we've tasted them, we smelled them.
Yeah, I this was the more vibrant nose, but I'm suddenly not liking it.
All right, so you want to start with? Let's start with which one you like.
This one I like better. This one,
Which is the
single ring,
single ring.
Yeah.
So I prefer the double ring.
the multi-ring, or
Yeah. So the I got like 5 on mine. Not the one. I prefer the other one. And I think the multi-ring is the golden cask.
Wow, we might be on 2 different pages here.
And I gotta be honest, I didn't like either one of them.
Yeah, I think I like this one, and maybe that's where subconsciously I think this is the golden. It's like I'm willing it, right?
Yeah.
Again, this one was more vibrant nose initially, but now that I've gone back to that nose, I'm just not feeling it. And this one's more complete. It's more balanced. This one's good on the palate, and then it just kind of
Something about this one I don't like the flavor of.
Well, this one is my single ring is definitely my favorite, and I guess I'm hoping it's a golden cask. Mainly because it's new. I guess I've never had it. That being said, it's amazing how kind of not that far removed, but that far removed they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can almost tell
They're not that different.
They're brother and sister. They're cousins.
Yep.
You know, they're definitely there, but definitely one, obviously different for both, right? Which kind of exposes, you like pizza A and I like pizza B, right? But I'm gonna pick this one over here, and I'm gonna call it the golden cask, and you're going the total opposite.
Well, I'm saying that the multi-ring
Yeah,
is the one I like better, and that's the golden cask.
Yeah, so we're going totally opposite.
We're going totally opposite.
So we can't be in agreement in any form.
Well, there's no agreement here.
Is this a good time to go to commercial break? We don't have those. Oh, we don't have those. We need a sponsor.
You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So the single ring is the 12.
No.
Well, that's me.
No. Right here.
Yeah, I said I like the golden cask.
Single ring.
Oh, it's a single ring, right?
Yeah.
I usually put. You're good?
I'm good. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, no. Sorry. I'm not reading this right. Am I reading it right? That's a 14 and 12. I thought that was a 1. So what's what? So the.
Oh. I think we might need new admin.
Yeah. No, I think you actually. The single ring is the 14.
Yes, that's correct.
So you're still right. So
No, I'm wrong. I preferred the 14 here.
And the 12
is
the triple ring.
Yep.
All right.
So this can stay in the duty free.
Not for me. But it also says that this still is not. This is not. I'm not recommending that ever again. Probably.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, I obviously chose the 14 over the 12. It wasn't off-putting like the last time I've had it. I recall it being off-putting.
Yeah, it was off-putting differently this time, but I wasn't a fan. Which is sad because I loved it when I first came out, when I first was introduced.
But I do. I like it better than the golden.
Mm-hmm.
Not going back on that. Well, that was interesting. I don't know who was right and who was wrong. Obviously, I guess you were right in what was what, but you can't take my opinion and my preference away from me.
Well, no, your opinion's your opinion. That's still right.
Yeah, you damn straight it is.
I would say
Not everybody likes my opinion, but
most people don't like your opinion. I still thought it was fun.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it,
and it if it only proved that we're as we already knew we're not that similar anyway.
We've been diverging a little bit.
We just another thing we disagree on, right? That's okay. We're good. So that's our this or that. I don't know if there was a clear winner, but it was a clear winner.
I think
there's people that drank the whiskey.
Yeah, well, we don't recommend. That's basically that's the.
So how did we get this?
So it was in the duty free in Heathrow.
Yeah,
and Jacob was sending me pictures of things, and I said, "Oh, I haven't seen that before. Bring me back a bottle."
Well, Jacob, we appreciate the not quite muling, but assistant muling.
Yeah, well, it's
mule adjacent.
It's hard for us to find things we've never seen before.
Well, yeah, you stopped traveling.
I don't stop traveling. I don't travel for work anymore.
You don't travel for work.
Right, sure.
We used to get spoiled with all kinds of good stuff from the duty free. Had to go and retire. Just get your ass back to work.
No, that didn't happen.
Oh, damn it. All right, well, let's get back to the Jefferson.
I'm going to Italy in October, so.
All right. I want pictures from a duty-free shop. Let's get back to the Jefferson.
Yeah.
And we'll give that a little. Well, that was interesting, obviously. Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I still got to say that, definitely not my favorite variations of Balvenie.
No. And I think we've made comment like it just probably rum isn't for me anymore as a finish.
That might be it. We had the years, and we should try it again. The 21-year Glenfiddich rum, and I recall really, really liking that. Now, since then, my love
had a lot more things.
I've had a lot more things. I'm not really a big fan of Glenfiddich, but I bet you that rum. So the thing I don't like about Glenfiddich is the oakiness.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
it dries out. It's very oaky in the finish, and maybe that's why I recall liking it, because the rum took all of that and polished it off.
Have you had just rum, or have you sipped rum like whiskey?
Rum's super sweet to me. I can have a glass of good rum.
Yeah, when we were in the Dominican,
just a glass.
It wasn't the local rum. But some of it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Just sip on a little rum. I mean, I can appreciate rum by itself, but the combination hasn't been working for me for the last 6 or 7 years.
I think generally, at least in my experience on rum or whiskey finish in rum, it thins it out, it dilutes it. It does take off the rough edges, but it brings it
down if it's good.
It brings it closer to Jameson. Very drinkable.
Yeah,
that's what it brings it to.
Yeah,
right. But it kills the character and diminishes all its good points. So, I mean, if you have bad whiskey and you finish it in a rum, well, then you probably have something drinkable, right? But if you got good whiskey, don't do it. So, but this finished in super expensive wine. I mean, well, not super expensive wine. Barrels that held super expensive wine. But it could have had a little residue.
Yeah, well,
right?
But those barrels probably don't have the same. There's not a big call for buying those barrels versus.
No, there's not, because we want to finish everything in a sherry or American oak barrel or an ex-bourbon barrel or something like that. So
that's actually an interesting point. There's no reason why they can't just reuse those barrels at the winery.
Yeah, no reason at all.
They use those barrels all over. They don't sit in those barrels very long before they get bottled.
No, and replacing barrels over time, it's not cheap. I mean, there's a real cost to that, especially when you're going through hundreds and hundreds of barrels.
Yeah, but I mean, if you got like 300 bottles of wine at $300 on a $50 barrel, that's not that expensive.
Sure, but even shipping regular postage to a business, I mean, it still adds up. It's still a cost. And if you can offset that cost or repurpose it for a value, then yeah.
Maybe they find they can only get so many batches out of a barrel before it loses something in the process.
They got nothing more to extract, right? Yeah. And then becomes value to, say, a Jefferson's or Yeah,
it's fully saturated. It's gone through 4 cycles and on its way out.
Now, the real question is, we don't know this, but did Jefferson acquire these barrels completely dried out, or were they drained and shipped, and then there's still wine sitting
sure there was.
in the wood that naturally will seep out, and they end up receiving a barrel with, I don't know, say a half inch or an inch of actual wine that
they may have
out of the wood.
They may have taken that or washed it out. But my guess is a little bit of that still in there.
I would think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, any barrel that's, when we brought these barrels here in the Whiskey Cave, they housed beer. And let me tell you something, when we brought those in, man, whoo, the aroma in this room was something else.
And they're basically sealed.
They are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are now. They didn't come with a bunghole cover. Yeah, they came fully vented. So, well, let's talk this Jefferson's. Finished in what could be a wine that housed $310 a bottle wine.
Yeah, that's
weird. I mean, allegedly. I'm going to give it a Whiskey Cave take.
Well, I will say that the price point you suggested makes it much more reachable.
I think that's a great point.
So at $60-ish, if this is something you can get your hands on, it's easy drinking. You can share it with your buddies. This could be just in a regular rotation. It is my favorite of the three things we've had today.
I agree on that too. Didn't expect that, did you?
No, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
It hurts me a little bit.
It does. Even I stab. Oh man. Another. It sounds like a little bit of another victory for a finished bourbon in Cask world.
Yes.
First off, let me say this: at its price point, $65, great gift bottle, right? Because this is unique. This is something different. This is not you gifting the same traditional bourbon. Now a traditional bourbon guy might not like this.
May not appreciate it at first, but you'll expose them to something they would maybe not have tried. Oh, I don't touch anything that's finished, but give it a shot.
Yeah, it's full of character. It's full of flavor. It's vibrant. It's desserty without being over the top desserty.
Yeah, it's got some good flavor. It's not too sweet. It's smooth.
And I think initially we said it was a little thin on the finish. I think that's kind of dissipated for me. I'm not calling it,
I'm not saying it's thin on the finish. It's just thin.
Yeah.
So it's got a low viscosity. It wets out very easily on your tongue.
I gotta say, I think it's pretty well balanced though.
Flavor profile, I think it's pretty well balanced.
Yeah, like nose, palate, finish. I think it's all. It's a little bit of wine. Quite honestly, I mean, I'm going to go back to this for a second. A little bit of wine made this that
significantly better.
That worthy. Yeah. I like that. Like, I'll be honest, I don't even like breathing this in.
Wasn't gonna go back.
It's just not for me. It does. It's I don't know. Don't like the finish on that. Nothing to like.
No, in comparison, it's very sour.
Yes. Rotten.
I wasn't gonna go that far, but it's definitely sour. It's
So yeah, I think.
What does this cost?
What is a regular Jefferson's? I don't know, $40, $35 maybe.
And they don't make; they just procure their whiskey and finish.
They may be distilling now. Don't quote me. I don't know. Yeah. I just know they started out procuring, but not from MGP like everybody else. From Kentucky-based distilleries.
Yeah.
So, but they are more of the. They're more in the experimental lane, which is actually favorable for us. We generally like that.
But you're going to get also more of a variant.
Yeah.
Because they might be sourcing for one version from one distillery and a different version from a different distillery. So the base isn't necessarily the same.
No, we don't know that for sure. Yeah. We would assume it is because it's easier to, from a production value and a purchasing point of view. Hey, we need, a gazillion of these, and then we'll figure out how we want to finish it and divide up the gazillion. So, but, if you find one of these and you liked finished bourbon, this is a go.
Yes, I'd give it a shot.
Give it a try, dude. I was not.
I recommend.
I didn't feel very good about this bottle. I really didn't. I thought I was going to get crap on a crap wine, but I'd admit, I like it. And that's
Well, 1 out of 3 is not bad.
I don't, you know, I always like to say, would I have a second glass? I may have a second glass of this, but it's a little on the desserty, on the sweet side. And I tend not to have a second glass of things that are overly desserty. So I'm a little on the fence whether I'd have a second glass, but I don't want that to knock my opinion of it.
I would definitely have a second glass.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
If you poured me a second glass, I would be fine with it.
It's not that sweet. I think you'd be fine with a second glass.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I guess thanks for coming to the cave. We appreciate the like, the comment. Give us some shit. Criticize us if you want. We're okay with that too. Tell us we're doing all right. Tell me Derek's making a fool of himself. I'd be all right with that too. Suggest
You'd be wrong. But...
Oh no, you'd be totally accurate. You'd be spot on. Give us any suggestions on something to try. Yeah, we're just
yes, definitely would love suggestions.
yes. Just a couple of guys just enjoying good whiskey. And that's about a wrap on that. So we'll see you next time.
Back next week.
Back in the cave. I'm Tom.
I'm Derek.
That's Derek. Y'all be good.